Hey everyone, today we're gonna be faking a liquid simulation with Tyflow. What I mean is there's no way to simulate an actual liquid with Tyflow. You need to use Phoenix FD, a real flow for an actual liquid simulation. But we're gonna use the time measure and a few forces to create the illusion of a liquid that's sticking to. So the first thing to do is I'll make a teapot. You can create any model you want. We just need something for the liquid to interact with. So you can just use a box or whatever. And let's make a Tyflow here. We're also gonna need something to omit the particles out. So we can go to under helpers, Tyflow, and create a Ty icon. Okay, you can actually go to the editor and make it to your circle if you want to. And we have to move it kind of above the teapot here. Okay, so let's go to Tyflow editor. The first thing is to add birth. We're gonna add birth for 200 frames. Okay, for now we're just gonna do 4000, but we're gonna raise that higher later on. We have to tell Tyflow to actually birth these particles out of this icon. So what we can do is to add position icon and pick the icon. Okay, and they're here. We also need to get them to fall down, so let's add a force. Okay, so in the gravity is something we're gonna play with to control how fast the liquid basically is falling down. So here I'm just gonna make it minus 0.3. Next we need the particles to collide with the model, so you can add collision. Pick the model, so I'll pick the teapot. Okay, to better see what's happening, we have to add a time measure. So we go to standard, primitives, and look for Tyflow and tyMesher. Okay, so in the settings, we have to pick the Tyflow. Okay, so you can see what's happening now. Now the problem is that we have a bunch of drops. I think that they're not really sticking together the way liquid would. So we basically need to tell Tyflow to bind these particles together so they can behave like a liquid. And what we can do is to add particle blinds. Okay, for the stiffness, so essentially when you think about it, when the liquid is thicker, it means that it sticks together more. And by using particle binds, we can fake it by increasing or decreasing the stiffness depending on what you're going for. So now the particles kind of sticking together. I'm gonna set the stiffness into 0.3, and for the breakables I'm gonna make it to 75% of it can be breakable. Okay, so that's looking better. And we can add more particles here by increasing it to 8,000. Okay, so now I'd like them to interact with the floor. So what I can do is go under helper, deflectors, and create a standard reflector here. Okay, now you can go under collision, pick, add the deflector. Okay, so now they're sort of pouring on the ground. What I want to do now is I actually want to move this tile icon more to the side of the teapot so I can see it's like morph around the model. Okay, so we go to the tyMesher setting. We need to give the liquid more resolution, so you can do the voxel size, which is here. So I'll make it to maybe 0.3, and then the radius I'll make it to 1. Just see what you get first, and I'll just increase the voxels. Just kind of play around with it until you get the best result. Also, for the voxel filtering, I'm gonna do Gaussian. Okay, so I'm gonna make that. Okay, I think it's the best to make this 0.3. Okay. We can go back to birth and raise the resolution to 10,000. To make the liquid to stick together, to stick to the object more, we need a surface force. Okay, we're gonna add the surface force. And you can control how much is happening by controlling the attraction force. So let's say I'll make it to 0.3. Okay, so you can see now the liquid is more attracting to the model and we're getting a much more viscous liquid. Okay, I'm just trying to move this more to the edge of the model so you can see a bit more of the liquid mop around it. So that looks getting better. Okay, now if you want to make the liquid in 2 different colors, what you can do is to make a tile icon copy. So I'm just going to select, shift, and then drag. So I also copy the event, copy, paste, and in the position icon, I'm going to in the position icon, I'm going to pick the second one. Okay, so now we have 2 liquids pouring. And for the material setup, I'm going to rendering, compact material editor. So I'm going to find a multi-sub object and then just drag into here, and I'll set the number to two materials. So I've already preset one of the materials here. What I can do, I'll just drag it directly here, and then I'll create a copy and paste. And for this one, I'll just change the color into let's say yellow, kind of yellow color, orange. Okay, orange color. And then just close this down for a moment. Go to Tyflow and then add material ID into it. And I'll change the static value into 2. And I'll drag this one into the first event. And make it into 1. Okay, so we can select the materials and then apply to Tyflow. So nothing comes up yet because the tyMesher doesn't know what to do. So you can apply this to the tyMesher as well. Okay, so now you have to go to the tyMesher setting and scroll down, find where it says Inherit Materials ID. Click on that. Okay, and now you have kind of 2 color liquids pouring. Okay, so that's the final result. I hope you enjoy it.